Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I'm Romel Chanko. Today, I'll be presenting about the management of technological innovation under the project and review of the Chapter 5. To start with, of all the challenges faced by managers today, the management of technological innovation is one of the most demanding. When you get it right, firms create value and profit, develop sustainable competitiveness, and become vibrant. Find places to work, attracting and retaining the most productive and creative staff. But when you get it wrong, firms can face serious, perhaps terminal problems through losing money, workers, and reputation. In the vast majority of business sectors, if firms do not innovate, their competitors will and they will be put out of business in any case. The overarching objectives of managers lie in improving efficiencies and enhancing sustainable competitiveness in their organizations. Technological innovation plays a major role in helping managers meet these objectives. Successful MTI occurs when all the wide range of innovative elements and activities of organizations are managed well and effectively combined with an innovative strategy. This allows firms to fulfill their overall purpose, be it profit generation, growth, better quality and range of delivery, greater market share, or increased employee remuneration, job security, even satisfaction. MTI contributes to meeting the challenges and realizing the objectives of firms and organization. MTI encompasses all those elements of firms where developing and using technological innovation improves capacity to meet objectives. It includes the management of innovation strategy, innovation communities and networks, research and development, design and new product and service development, operations, and value delivery. Well, though there are many incentives to innovate, there are considerable obstacles to success. MTI often involves managing in circumstances where there is a high degree of ambiguity, uncertainty, and risk. As many technological innovation is, for many firms, the primary means of competing in the knowledge-intensive economies of the 21st century, MTI is a vital activity. As we can see in the box 1.1, the definition of technology and innovation. Technology is a replicable artifact with practical application and the knowledge that enables it to be developed and used. Technology is manifested in new products, processes, and systems, including the knowledge and capabilities needed to deliver functionality that is reproducible. Innovation is much more than invention. The creation of a new idea, it's a reduction to practice, and it includes all the activities required in the commercialization of new technologies. Essentially, innovation is the successful commercial exploitation of new ideas. It includes the scientific, technological, organizational, financial, and business activities leading to the commercial introduction of a new or improved product and or service. Firms compete successfully when they offer new, better, and or cheaper products and services, which their customer can use to advantage and which their competitors cannot provide. Competitive advantage therefore derives from the ability to make and do things more cheaply and better, or to make and do new things. It has a relative dimension. Advantage is found in the activities of firms compared to their competitors. It also has an absolute dimension. There must be a market for what the firm does. Technological innovation plays a central role in providing comparative and absolute advantages. Although we might be very clear in our mind about what constitutes technological innovation, that is, a new computer, automated telling machine, or pharmaceutical. Definition of technology and innovation are actually very broad ranging. Innovation also involves many more parts of a firm than technology areas. Decision on strategy, organization, finance, marketing, and local of business are made alongside those related to research and design and operation. The challenge for business is to make effective decision in each of these different areas, often at the same time. These features point to the complexity of the technological innovation and hence to the challenge of managing it. From this definition, we can see that technological innovation involves more than the successful application of new ideas to products and services. It often requires changes in the organization and strategies that support it. To add the complexity, there are different types of dimension of innovation. Innovation is at once an outcome, a product, a new product, process, or service in a process of managerial and organizational combination of and decisions. In a business environment where innovation provides distinctive and sustainable competitive advantage, innovative strategy is the basis for the firm's overall strategy. Innovation strategy involves analysis of firm's business, market, and technological environments, and consideration of what resources they have to draw upon. Involves making choices about innovation in uncertain and ambiguous circumstances, with diverse strategies for different levels of uncertainty. It entails building the innovative capabilities firms need to meld skills and resources to analyze, select, and deliver innovation to enhance organizational performance. It requires consideration of how new initiatives in innovation fit with firms' existing portfolio, how innovation strategy complements overall corporate strategy. It is concerned with integrating all the areas of MTI into a coherent whole. Technological innovation rarely occurs through the activities of single firms. It is commonly a result of inputs from a variety of organizations working together customers customers and suppliers in various forms of communities and networks in informal technological collaboration. MTI therefore includes the technological collaboration, alliances, and networks. Centrally important is the management of research and development, which involves an organized source of generation, and improves the ability of firms to absorb useful information from outside. MTI includes issues ranging from the techniques of technology forecasting, the assessment to organizational questions, such as the extent of decentralization or the decentralizations of R&D or research and development, the degree of to which R&D is internationalized, and ways internal capabilities linked with external source of R&D in universities, research institutes, and other companies. It includes balancing short-term applied R&D and long-term, more speculative basic research. MTI entails the management of product and service innovation. So this includes efficiency factors, encourage for example, through the use of various project management system and effectiveness factors such as whether chosen new products and services complement and build upon firm's existing product bases, expertise, reputation, and overall innovation strategies. The management of design is an important component of new product and service development. Design entails selection of elegant and efficient choices to provide a solution. It encompasses choices made in relation to aesthetic appeal and delight, impact, function, and reliability. The ways in which technological innovations are developed and used continue to change, and MTI respond by being a dynamic and evolving field of practice. New challenges are emerging around strategies for technology-based competition, the role of the government, the contribution of basic research, and evolving innovation process and environmental concerns. Why is MTI so important? The question of why MTI is so important is examined from a corporate perspective, a national perspective, a theoretical perspective, and individual perspective. Let's start with the corporate perspective. MTI is important for firms' growth, profitability, and survival. History is littered with examples of companies what went out and of business because they could not keep up with demands of innovations. Each of the various areas of MTI is important, but some are critical for particular firms. The ability of pharmaceutical and electronic firms to compete depends upon their capacity to manage R&D. It is R&D that provides the opportunities to create distinctive new products and markets. Drug companies such as GSK, Pfizer, and Merck rely on research to create highly profitable drugs for treating ulcers or producing AIDS inhibitors. Companies such as Sony in consumers electronics, Samsung in DRAM semiconductor, BMW in cars, HSBC with its online financial services, Google with its search engines depend on new products and services to provide the means by which they compete. And this innovation to a large extent define their companies. Operations, prowess, and those companies such as Toyota with the ability to produce better cars more than cheaply than the competitors enables electronic companies such as Acer in Taiwan to produce efficiently for major electronics industry customers in the USA, Europe, and Japan. The success of supermarkets such as Walmart and Tesco depends on a significant extent on their highly innovative operations. When NEC decided it wanted to develop expertise in semiconductors, when it saw as a key strategic technology central to its competitiveness in a number of industries. It used over 100 technological alliances to do so. Powerful technology companies such as Boeing are heavily reliant on their communities and networks. Boeing now works collaboratively in the production of aircraft with partners responsible for the design and manufacture of major components such as engines, fuselage, rudders. He can no longer design and manufacture aircraft by itself. It can no longer design and manufacture aircraft by itself. Companies often fail to obtain value from their technological innovations. Example given, Ampex. Ampex, RCA, Sony's Betamax video system. Ampex failed to see the real market for its development in video recorders. RCA did not make the business transition from vacuum tubes to transistors. The effective of quality of the commercialization process determine the outcome of the technological innovation. Sony's Betamax video system was technically better than Matsushita's competing BHS system, but lost out in the competition for the customer market. Of all the aspects of MTI, innovation strategy is the most demanding. Very few very few companies have consistently been capable of developing and implementing innovation strategy, adapting leading position in technology can offer significant competitive advantage. SAP, the German application software company benefited significantly from foreseeing the importance of using Unix than Microsoft NT system with its customers. Firms in the same industry pursue a variety of different strategies in line with their resources, capabilities, and ambitions. When these strategies are well chosen, significant benefits accrue. For example, Benetton and Zara, the Italian and fashion clothing companies, have been particularly effective at integrating innovation in products, operations, marketing, and sales, allowing them to achieve their competitive aims of quickly delivering ever-changing passion for goods to market. So that's the corporate perspective. Let's go on to the national perspective. The ability to manage innovation matters at national, even regional or local levels because it has implication for overall level of employment, the type of work people do, and the way in which countries, regions, and cities prosper or decline. Globalization of production and markets, together with increased use of digital communications and services, have led to significant restructuring of whole economies and the ways in which innovation processes are managed on a local and international scale. Nevertheless, this remains a strong spatial dimension to the management of innovation processes. Nations still matter for innovation. So the empirical research findings showing the importance of technological innovation includes high technology industries grew more than 2.5 times faster than manufacturing industry as a whole between 1980 and 2003. Trade in high technology goods doubled in real terms in the OECD countries between 1994 and 2003. High technology industries in the USA increased from 11% of domestic production in 1980 to 13.5% in 1990 and to 34% in 2003. Innovative countries and regions have higher productivity and income than the less innovative ones. The returns to R&D investment, both social and private, are consistently assessed to be high. In a study of 17 innovations, Mansfield found that found the social returns from R&D investment to be 56% and private returns to be 25%. Technological innovation has played a significant role in the economic transformation of the East Asian countries. Then, the entire industries, such as the Swiss watch industry and the geographical regions, such as Silicon Valley in California, can be invigorated and depressed by technological change. At the corporate level, new products less than 5 years old are estimated to account for 30% of the profits of US firms, and in high performing firms to account for nearly half of sales and profits. Innovative firms are more likely to be granted credit and easy access to finance than non-innovators. In the UK, innovators in both the service and the manufacturing industries have higher productivity and productivity growth than non-innovators. Technology licensing and royalty payments increase in constant prices from $7 billion in 1976 to over $122 billion in 2004. So that's the national perspective. MTI is really indeed vital and important. Let's go to theoretical perspective. Empirical findings on the significance of technological innovation are reinforced by new theoretical approaches, which reveal the importance of innovations, particularly evolutionary economics and new or endogenous growth theory. So as we can see here in box 1.2, the evolutionary economics. So the importance of technology for economic development has been well understood by political economists. For Peter, innovation defined as a new products, methods of production, sources of supply and markets, and ways of organizing, explain how economies grow. Nothing can be more plain or even more trite common sense than the proposition that innovation. So the implication of evolutionary economics for MPI lie in the way it helps explain the central importance of innovation, yet shows that innovation is complex and uncertain and typified by failure. It highlights the central paradox of innovation, that is that it is essential yet continual problematic. Traditional neoclassical economics considers technology to be an exogenous factors in explaining economic growth. It is the when you say exogenous, it's the demand and supply. Essentially, it is taken as given. Simplify put for this form of analysis believes that productivity and growth are function of combination of the three productive factors. The land, the labor, and the capital, with a large unexplained residual in the calculation. In this body of theory, technological innovation may be part of the explanation of this residual, but there is little concern to establish its importance. The source of technology and distinctive and idiosyncratic ways innovation is used in individual firms to create growth are ignored. Furthermore, technological investments, such as all capital investment, are assumed to produce declining returns over time. In contrast, new growth theory argues that technology is an important endogenous factor explaining growth and comprehension of the way technology flows between firms and industries is essential. Additionally, unlike conventional investments in plant and um, equipment, which generally have declined returns over time, technological investments are argued to produce positive returns through creating new knowledge, options, and opportunities. As we can see in box 1.3, the major features of new growth theory. Technology is endogenous, a central part of economic system, a key factor of production along with the capital and labor. Although any given technological breakthrough may appear random, technology overall increases in the proportion to the resources devoted to it. Technology produces positive returns. Traditional theory predicts diminishing returns to investment, yet sustained. Robust growth can be achieved by technological investment. Investment can make technology more valuable, and technology can make investment more valuable. A virtuous circle that can permanently raise an economy's growth rate. Monopoly power is useful in providing incentives to technological research. The emerging world economy is based on ideas rather than objects, and this requires different institutional arrangement and pricing system taking into account. For example, that prices depend on development time, cost, and risk, not unit production cost. The possibilities, the possibilities for discovery and continual improvements are endless. Next, the individual perspective. The contribution to society of past and current innovators such as Thomas Edison, Marconi, Steve Jobs at Apple, and Bill Gates at Microsoft are well known and celebrated. But innovation do not just occur through the heroic efforts of individuals. They most commonly result from the combined activities of groups of people and organization building upon each other's knowledge and experience. Innovation is the result of the application of innate human uh, inventiveness and uh, ingenuity. So the work that they undertake may entail more Edison's 99% perspiration than his 1% inspiration, and indeed occasionally may be, as Nathan Rosenberg puts it, gravy and pedestrian. Yet, innovation is the result of the application of innate human inventiveness and ingenuity. Creativity is something that everyone is capable of, and the application of the innovativeness of all of us is a source of excitement, challenge, satisfaction, and happiness. Next, the challenges of management of technological innovation. The more the focus of innovative activity moves away from simple incremental improvements towards more demanding challenges, and the greater the number of players engaged in its creation, the more MTI involves trying to manage something that is complex and risky. Complexity in this sense is defined as having emergent properties. It is characteristic. It is characteristics of systems that have multiple contributors and unpredictable outcomes. Furthermore, technology-based innovation, be they airplanes, car, buildings, home banking, or mobile phones, are comprised of various component systems. Computers comprise central CPU, operating system, application software, disk drives, memory chips, power supplies, and communication devices, including keyboards and screens. The integration of these often highly complicated in a systems is a key MTI task. Some of these complex systems have been described as a particular form of industrial production requiring different management approaches. Thus, for complex products and systems, these are particular requirements for design, project management, systems engineering, and systems integration. So level of risk are determined by a number of factors, including the extent to which innovation outcomes are unpredictable, costly, and appropriable. The innovative activities of firms are confronted by general business uncertainty of future decision on investment, technical uncertainty about future technological developments and the parameters of technological performance and cost, market uncertainty about the commercial viability of particular new products or processes. With a high degree of recent uncertainty of investment in technological innovation, the very high levels of investment in it, there are enormous pressures internationally on firms to reduce the cost of technological innovation or to get better returns from it. There are challenges associated with all the methods used to ensure desired returns to innovation investment, such as whether the intellectual property protection is awardable or can be retained, or secret can be kept. They explain why innovators so often fail to approximate returns to their effort. An additional consideration is the question of speed. How quickly can innovation be protected and returns achieved? New markets can develop very rapidly on the basis of new technology. In the decade since its developed, it is estimated that global electronic commerce has become a $1 trillion business. Operating in such a fast-changing environments poses challenges for many firms but also opportunities for others. Whether applied to developing and improving new products, processes, and services, MTI requires the organizational abilities to learn fast and move quickly when winning notions emerge. Last, summary and conclusion. It has shown why MTI is a major contributor to the construction and maintenance of competitive advantage and the ways in which the managers meet their objectives, whether considered at the national or regional levels in a particular industry or firm, or from the perspective of individuals, technological innovation and its effective management is important. MTI includes the ways managers create and deliver value from innovation strategy, research and development, innovation and products, services, operations and processes, and commercialization within innovation network and communities. These activities can be complex, involving technological and organizational integration, and risky with high levels of uncertainty, concern to control costs and manage appropriability. In all consideration of technological innovation, learning is essential. MTI is ranging and challenging process, and even companies that have been highly successful at it in the past are continually being confronted by new difficulties. The challenges of MTI can be seen to include far more than technological issues. They include managing organizational, financial, human resource, marketing, and collaboration issues. They also encompass major strategic issues concerning the business models used to deliver value. Many of these challenges result from broader changes occurring in industry and business, and it is to this that we now learn. Thank you for listening. God bless us all.